Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm making an XI of players from outside the top 5 leagues. Just to clear things up, the top 5 leagues being the Premier League, La Liga, Bundesliga, Serie A and Ligue 1. I've tried to include as many leagues as possible, but I've prioritised better players over variety. Please keep in mind there's a lot of honourable mentions at the end of the video, so if there's someone I may be leaving out, hang around until then. And of course, if you enjoy, leave a like and subscribe to see more, and leave a comment saying if you agree or let me know if I missed out on anyone. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Goalkeeper, Andre Onana. The Cameroonian was brought to Barcelona's famous youth academy La Masia through Samuel Eto's foundation in 2010, and would go on to join Ajax's second team in 2015. After impressing in this second team, he was given a call-up to play for the first team in 2016, and has appeared 122 times ever since. The 24-year-old has untimely experience at club level, and even at international level, having made 16 appearances for Cameroon. Onana is probably the most experienced keeper in world football under the age of 25, besides Donnarumma, who is a complete anomaly. Don't expect Onana to remain outside the top 5 leagues for long, as he's been linked with big teams all around Europe after consistent performances, including a move back to his former club Barcelona. Left back, Alex Telles. Telles has had an adventurous career, starting in Brazil for Grêmio, then transferring to Galatasaray, to then move to Inter Milan for a season, before transferring to Porto where he currently plays. The 27-year-old is definitely a possession-based fullback, as he contributes greatly in attack. The Brazilian creates 2 key passes per 90, which managed to get him 6 assists in the Liga NOS. His creative contribution continues, as he makes an impressive 2.3 crosses per 90. His attacking contribution doesn't stop there too, as he scored 8 in the league this season. That being said, 6 of those came from the penalty spot. And whenever asked to defend, Telles is more than capable with his 3.8 tackles and interceptions per 90 in the Europa League. Once again, Telles has been linked with clubs from all across Europe for a rumoured fee of £30 million, with PSG, Chelsea and Man City rumoured to be looking for his signature. Personally, I think Man City would be his best suitors, as their current squad has left-backs such as £50 million crutches and an attacking midfielder looking to get game time in any way possible. His ability going forward would fit City perfectly. When we saw Mendy when he was capable of walking independently, he was brilliant in attack, playing almost like a wide number 10, pinging in crosses into the box with great success. If Telles transferred his form from La Liga NOS over to the Premier League, £30 million would go down as a bargain. Centre-back, Ruben Diaz. Staying in Liga NOS, we move on to Benfica's star defender Ruben Diaz. The 23-year-old came through the ranks at Benfica, making his debut in 2016 at the age of 18 in the Champions League round of 16 against Zenit. Diaz got a stroke of luck as 3 of their 4 main centre-backs were unavailable for the tie. The same year he also helped Benfica's youth team finish the highest ever in the second division and reaching the final of the UEFA Youth League. He deservedly earned a first team chance the following season and has never played under 2,000 minutes in a season since. His performances were so convincing and reliable, he didn't miss a second, playing 100% of the minutes available. Diaz is a ball-playing centre-back that completes an average of 65 passes at an 89% success rate, including a whopping 5.5 long balls per 90, outperforming world-renowned ball-playing centre-backs like Van Dijk, David Luiz and Koulibaly. He of course contributes heavily in defence, with 2.4 aerial duels won a game at a 60% success rate, and 1.4 tackles a game at an impressive 72% success rate. Bear in mind his tackle numbers are quite low, as he plays in a side that dominates possession, limiting his defensive chances. Centre-back, Vincent Kompany. Although Kompany has effectively retired from football, becoming player-manager at his home club Anderlecht, he still has undoubted quality every time he steps out onto the pitch. Kompany's experience and ability makes him a perfect centre-back to this day. It's shown in his unbelievable tackle success ratio, sitting on 85%. Kompany is one of the most successful players and captains of the decade, and even is in the running to be named in the team of the decade, having won 4 Premier League titles, 2 FA Cups and 4 League Cups. Even though he's 33, he's still one of the greatest central defenders currently playing football, and rightfully gets a spot in this team. Right back, Mario Fernandez. Fernandez is Brazilian born, now playing for the Russian national team after living there for over 8 years, playing for CSKA Moscow. Fernandez has appeared over 250 times for the Russian Premier League side, including 28 times in the Champions League and 10 times in the Europa League. The 29-year-old also was a star performer at the Russian 2018 World Cup, where Russia reached the quarter-finals, beating sides like Spain and a Salah-powered Egypt. Fernandez is very capable on the ball, appearing in right back and right mid. His 6'2" build makes him a nuisance to play against on the wing, as he usually faces players smaller than him, but his speed doesn't let his size hold him back in any way. He's only ever played in his home country of Brazil for Grêmio and for CSKA Moscow. Despite being the age of 29 and the lack of playing in the top league, his market value is still €30 million, which shows the quality he possesses. Centre mid, Donny Van De Beek. Van De Beek played a big part in the Ajax side that got to the Champions League semi-final that inevitably got beaten by Tottenham in the last seconds of the tie, led by possibly the best single-player performance ever from Lucas. Van De Beek's teammates De Jong and De Ligt were pried away at the start of the season, leaving Van De Beek with even more responsibility at Ajax, and he's definitely stepped up to the task. Donny can appear anywhere in the midfield as he contributes heavily in attack, creatively and defensively. From midfield he averages 2 shots per 90, which led to him getting 8 goals this season. Creatively he makes 1.8 key passes per 90, totaling to 5 assists, and defensively in the Champions League he makes an impressive 4.2 tackles and interceptions a game. The 23-year-old is linked with the likes of Real Madrid and United, and is valued at around £40 million, but to convince Ajax to let go of their star midfielder, I'd expect a team to have to offer £60 million. Centre mid, Paulinho. Paulinho's transfer dealings over the past few years have looked nothing but dodgy, going back and forth between Barcelona and China for inflated prices, but we're turning a blind eye to that just like how FFP did, and we're just looking at his performances. Paulinho is a well-rounded box-to-box midfielder that could slot into any team and do a job, just not Tottenham apparently. He's currently playing for Zhengzhou Evergrande, where he's appeared 111 times for, scoring 49 and assisting 20. Despite being in one of football's retirement homes in the CSL, he's only 31 and could definitely still be good enough to appear in this squad. Centre mid, Luiz Gustavo. Finishing off the midfield trio in this squad we have Luiz Gustavo. Gustavo is known for his stints in the Bundesliga for Bayern Munich, Hoffenheim and Wolfsburg, where he made over 250 appearances. Gustavo has always been that 7 out of 10 performer that could always be relied upon, rarely making a mistake and getting the job done. Throughout his career he's averaged 4 tackles and interceptions per 90, showing how defensively reliable he is. Brazil utilised his defensive ability 40 times, featuring as the rock in the midfield in the 2014 World Cup, where he proudly played on his home soil, where they reached the semi-final before the legendary 7-up moment happened. Gustavo at the age of 32 is playing for Fenerbahce in Turkey, where he is still showing his ability, which validates his spot in his XI. Right wing, James Forrest. Starting off the front three we have James Forrest, who is a Celt through and through, having come through their youth system from the age of 11. The 28-year-old has made nearly 400 appearances on the green side of Glasgow, being a key player in their 9 successive league titles, primarily featuring on the right wing. This season the Scot has been on flying form, scoring 10 and assisting a whopping 17 in 28 games. This means he's contributing to a goal every 85 minutes, usually only seen by world-class players. That being said, it is the SPFL, but it's deserving of a starting spot in this team. Left wing, Said Benrahma. Benrahma was brought to Brentford for only £1.5 million, which has turned out to be an absolute bargain. The Algerian has now made 79 appearances for the English second division side and has contributed to 46 goals, averaging a goal contribution under every other game. The 24-year-old can feature on either wing, but his optimal position is definitely left wing, where he can operate as an inside forward, scoring 20 and assisting 21 from that position throughout his career. Benrahma averages an incredible 3.7 shots per 90 and 2.2 key passes per 90, showing he will consistently contribute going forward. His move up to the Premier League has been a long time coming, and it seems like this year could be his year to move, as teams may be looking for cheaper alternatives due to the market crash. Striker, Joseph Martinez. Last on this list in our number 9 spot up front, Joseph Martinez. The Venezuelan spent time in Serie A with Torino, but is more known for his performances at his current club Atlanta United in the MLS. Martinez broke the MLS goal-scoring record, where he broke the single-season goal-scoring tally, consecutive goals scored, and the most MLS hat-tricks. In short, he scores goals. The 27-year-old has appeared 103 times in the MLS, scoring 90 and assisting 12, just short of a goal contribution a game. We may not see him play in a top 5 league, but you can't deny he's an out-and-out goal scorer, so I've put him leading the line in this squad. Okay, so just quickly I'm going to go through the honourable mentions I made. So in goalkeeper we have Casillas, Piatov and Muslera. Left back we have Tagliafico, Grimaldo and Sirachi. Centre back we have Blind, Vida, Corluca and Martinez. Right back we have Dumfries, Mariano, Tavernier, Valencia and Mazraoui. Centre mid we have Oscar, Talisca, De Rossi, Tarapt, Phillips, Danilo Pereira. Left mid we have Orsic, Quincy Promes, Idrissi, Rafa and Neres. And in right mid we have Valencia, Hulk, Pizzi, Vizca, Salvio and Marlos. And up front we have Edouard, Vinicius, Stuani and Morelos. That's it for this XI. Let me know where you think this squad will finish in the Premier League. And if you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe.
Feel like solo flying in the